We were talking about the WNBA, and Natalie made the point that some people just ain't paying attention to the league. Some people are just not watching the league closely. Now, we thought we were talking about media members. We thought we were talking about fans. But apparently, some coaches in the NCAA have not paid attention to what the WNBA is. And apparently, this coach hadn't even paid attention to his own players, their comments and their actions. Here's Geno Auriemma talking about Caitlin Clark being targeted in the WNBA. Check this out.
Every rookie has to go through the growing pains of being a professional basketball player. Mm-hmm. And the more you get, the more attention you get. And today's world, attention is number one. And attention brings money. So is she facing the rookie challenge, the rookie hardships that are inherent with being a rookie? Yes. She's also being targeted. And I don't remember when Jordan came into the league, guys looking to go out and beat him up. I don't remember when Bird and Magic came into the league and elevated the NBA. I don't remember them getting targeted and getting beat up just because of who they were and the attention they were getting. You know? Hey, there were a lot of great basketball players before Jordan, Bird, and Magic came into the league. And I never heard one of them say, hey, why didn't you do this when we were playing? Because nobody felt like it. It wasn't the time. Appreciate the fact that now's the time. I get it. I get it. It's long overdue. Why are you blaming that kid? It's not her fault. Because you would trade places with her in a minute, but you are not there. You're not her. And that she's getting what she's getting.
Geno, okay, first of all, Vinny, I asked you earlier where you're from. You shouted out Michigan, Detroit.
I said Detroit. There's a difference between Detroit and Michigan, baby.
All
Detroit,
right, that's right. That's right. You ain't from Saginaw. You ain't from Battle Creek. Okay, you ain't from the Upper Peninsula. Okay, I got you. Where did the Jordan rules start? Who started the Jordan rules?
A gentleman by the name of Charles Jerome Daly.
Okay. Yeah.
In
yeah.
Detroit.
Michael Jordan did get his ass kicked. So much so that he started lifting weights with Scotty. There's video about it. I think there may even be a documentary that everybody watched during COVID about, like, yes, there were Jordan rules. There were Jordan rules with Bird and Magic. Of course, with every rookie, not only will the rookies have to go through a little testing, but yes, the rookies will also be pushed around even if they're good for business. Like that happens. So don't tell me that.
You know what I wondered? You know what I wondered about that clip?
You wonder if he watches basketball?
No. It's a little more simpler than that. A little simpler than that. If Gary, one of the producers, can pull it up, there looked to be something to the left of Geno Auriemma's shoulder. I don't know if you saw it. It looked like apple juice. It was a drink in a glass, and it was a color. You know what I mean? It wasn't quite whiskey. So maybe it was apple. Maybe it was apple juice. Like it's probably in the place of that logo. If you can see it a little bit behind, it's like a glass.
Yeah, there's a glass. I see it. Oh yeah.
It?
Oh yeah.
It's a beverage, and inside of that beverage is probably a little alcohol.
It's some good stuff.
Alcohol tends. I'm not a beer man. You know what I mean? Like that might be a Two Americas thing. I'm not a beer man, right?
Me either. I'm with
alcohol tends to cloud your judgment. Alcohol tends to give you a little bit of confirmation bias. Now, I may have been born yesterday, Smokey, right? But I saw the best player in the WNBA, Asia Wilson, yesterday get beat up. Got
Yes.
hit in the face, got hit in the nose, got one of her contact lenses knocked out.
You know why? You know why, Vinny? Because she's being targeted. Stop that.
And she gave you 35, 15, and 5. I think it was 35, 15, maybe it was 35, 10, and 5, and that was the first 35, 10, and 5 game in the W. Okay, there it was. Okay, there we go. Like,
look at
first
that.
numbers
and
of its
steals.
kind.
6 steals.
The six steals. There we go. 35, 10, and 5. I knew, yeah, there we go. So the physical play, it happens. That's a very physical league, mind you. Right?
There it is.
All the way around. It's a physical
That's the
league.
issue. That's the issue. That is part of it. It is a physical league. And so I just wonder, what this is about. This is about so many things, and we wouldn't be able to just get into all the layers of this conversation. But because there are many rooms that we could break off into.
Yes. Yes.
There's a gender room.
Yes.
There's a race room. There's a celebrity and attention and endorsements and marketing and why this and not that. Why her and not me? Like, there's so many different rooms that we can go off into. But I want to start with or just stay with the basketball part of it. Why is it hard to understand that women can be physical? That women can be physical. This is a physical league. And I'll take it a step further. Where the NBA has gone away from its physical roots, especially, I say its physical heyday. Let me call it that. Physical heyday, 80s, 90s. Physical heyday, rules change, hand checks come out of the game is opened up, scoring is up. It's more finesse. And if you want to be physical, you can, but they'll call flagrants much more readily, much more easily than they did back in the day. So the NBA has gone to a more finesse route. The WNBA has not. And I think that's got to be acknowledged. The WNBA is not that. It is not for, as Sade said, this is not the place for sensitive hearts. Come on, you got to come with it. If you're not ready to come with it, you're gonna get put on the ground. Listen to Breanna Stewart, who played where? At UConn. She played at UConn for Geno. Geno, please, you don't want to listen to me. Listen to your former great player, champion Breanna Stewart, who says this about the WNBA.
It's only Tuesday, but there's been a lot of talk in this young week online and on television about physicality in this league. Obviously, there were 39 personal fouls this evening. I guess I'm just curious what your message is to newer fans who might not seem to understand that physicality in this league isn't new.
Yeah, I mean, really, to anybody, this is the best league in the world, and nobody's going to give you anything easy. And understanding that and learning how to play through it, at this level. They're the fastest, the strongest, the quickest, and that's why this is the WNBA. So continue to kind of pay attention to what we do, understand that, we're trying to bring our best basketball. When we're playing against other teams, we're obviously trying to win, but knowing that as a collective, we're continuing to bring this league to a better place altogether.
Now, you noticed the little drink with Geno before. Did you notice as the question was being asked, Breanna Stewart had that look on her face like, do I have to tell him again?
Here we go again.
Do I have to tell him again? Like, this is what we do. And so the physicality of basketball, that's what it is. Look at them as athletes. Do not look at them as your little sister. Don't look at them as your wife. Your little sister can't play like this. Your wife can't play like this. These are professional athletes, okay? They're tough, they're strong, they're disciplined, they train, they're pros. Stop that. Stop with your sexism. Stop with your coddling. Stop with your infantilizing. These are pro basketball players. So if we can look at what's happening on the court and not take it off the court, we'll be in a better place, because that's where the targeting happened, unfortunately, to Chennedy Carter. Chennedy Carter, 5'9", 143, okay, went at Caitlin Clark, 6'1", more than 143 pounds, gave her a hip check that was exaggerated. As you pointed out, it was a flop. Certainly, look at it again, it's a flop. Anyway, Chennedy Carter is now the villain. So much so that somebody went to the Chicago Sky Hotel to confront Chennedy Carter over what she did to Caitlin Clark. That's targeting. That's ridiculous. That's outrageous. That's dangerous. That's the issue. Unfortunately, as a lot of the Chicago
That's
Sky
dangerous
players,
for the person with the camera in his hand, to be perfectly
Yeah,
honest.
that's right.
I don't know if I would run up on Chennedy Carter in the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? That don't seem
right.
like the smartest thing to do. And I say that with all due respect. You just don't run up on somebody. Like, I'm from Detroit. You don't run up on people you don't know and try to confront them in open airspace. You're asking for something for which you may not be equipped to receive the appropriate response. Okay? Right?
Right.
And I think
That's right.
in so many different ways, we are all still learning. We're all still learning the proper ways to discuss this. We're all learning the proper ways to avoid the landmines of labels that have traditionally dogged women through the labor force, through, the house, through the home, all those different things. All the words are triggers. So you have to be very careful in describing it without, bringing something else on, you know what I mean? Or ascribing a different level of value. But at the core, you're absolutely right. They are athletes. They're competitors. This is what they do. This is who they are. They don't know about taking it easy. They don't know about doing anything other than what's been done to them when they get to this level. You brought up the Pistons and the Bulls, or the Jordan rules. The Pistons learned from the Celtics, and then the Pistons taught and beat up the Bulls. And you know what happened after that? The Bulls beat up on the Knicks, and they beat up on the Cavaliers, and it was passed down. It was bequeathed. It was, you're not going to take this from me. I'm not going to give this to you. You're going to have to step up your game to take this from me in terms of physicality, in terms of force, in terms of will. And I think that's what some of the things, that you're seeing. At times you're going to see frustration, but at times I think it's the stewards of the game. I think some of the new people who come in, it's going to be a shock to the system, but it's the torchbearers, the stewards of the game, like Geno Auriemma, who is decorated as a champion, not just in the NCAA game, but also on the Olympic level. He should know better, and he should be a teacher in this space more than he is an instigator.
You know what? He shouldn't be a teacher in this space. He should be a student in this space, because now there are too many of his former athletes who have
He
said
should
this.
know more so he should be able to teach, but since he's not, he's got to go to school.
Yeah. Diana Taurasi said it. Champion, veteran, 20 years. Sue Bird said it. She played for you. Now Breanna Stewart said it. She played for you. What are you missing? They ain't on campus anymore. They ain't on scholarship anymore. So now, before they had to listen to you. Now they're the experts. They're the experts about the WNBA, not you. You're not
Swing
an
cash.
expert on Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
They are. So you need to listen to them. Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.